Jerry.
Hi, how are you, Kim?
I'm good. I wanted to get together this morning and be able to talk about something I think would be interesting to many people, including our younger people. And
Yeah.
we've talked about it several times, but didn't think about how it would be so impactful to the younger people when they get it. And younger people, I mean by the millennials, the Gen X, the Gen Zs, those
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
because they are taking over now. So let's start our Kim and Jerry podcast show with some input that maybe this might be a good topic for our younger guys. Okay.
I agree.
And
So,
so I'll
take it
let you
away.
start. Go ahead.
Um, Today, we're just going to talk about using payments to pay for payments,
Oh,
and
good way of
um,
putting
yeah,
it.
yeah, with the mortgage note investing, you have a consistent, steady monthly payment. And one of the neat things about that is that because you know that you're going to get this payment every month, you can start matching that to your bills. And I think that's something that we want to kind of elaborate on with a little bit of detail today.
Yes, yes, because it's not so obvious, right? We talk
Yeah.
about investing in notes from a perspective of portfolios, expanding, diversifying. But, even the one-off note investment for the interest of building a portfolio, starting from scratch, um, notes gives you that kind of an opportunity to do so.
Hmm.
The note investment industry is very flexible to either meet your lifestyle or create a new lifestyle for you, right?
True. Very true. Very true.
I had a discussion with my son just last weekend, as a matter of fact, and I'm sure many parents can relate to this, but he's my youngest, and he's just now getting out on his own. So he's got his own place in a high rise, and he's got his new job, and he's doing really well. But we're talking about maybe a wiser journey to take than even when I took when I was his age, and think about investing early in life as opposed to thinking about it, when your life changes, like almost like middle age crisis, right? Uh, but he wants to buy a new car, of course, right? That's
Hmm.
what all 25-year-old males want to do when they get a job. They want to buy a car.
I
So,
did.
what was your first car, Jerry?
Out of college, it was the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, mine was a Oldsmobile Pontiac, but it was pretty. It was lipstick red with the white vinyl top and the white interior. Okay, we've gotten off track.
Yeah,
Anyway,
we're way off track now. These walks down memory lane, people really are not that interested in.
but he wants to buy this fancy car, and I can't remember what it is, but some kind of Stingray, something or another. I don't know. But I was talking with him about buying a note or a couple of notes, right? Investing in, just as you said, in payments, right? Because he can then expect payments that would pay for his car. And
Yes.
I could tell, and he's in data analytics, that he was processing.
Yeah.
I, and I gave him a moment. So he wanted me to show him, of course, on paper how this works. So I showed him a few case studies, some real life case studies that we have actually to help him understand how this could work for him. And you know what? I think he's really interested. He wants to talk to me more about it because he's serious about getting this car that he wants so badly that he
Yeah.
knows, of course, doesn't make sense. Just get a car that gets you from point A to point B.
I think I
But
know what kind of car he wants. It does make sense.
But this could make sense, right? He can feel good
Yeah.
about it. He can make his
Yeah.
mother feel good about it, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Let him know
anyway,
that I'd like to have a ride in this car. Something.
we're not going to go
Yeah.
there. But, I think that the investing in notes and introducing it to the younger generation on a level that they can relate to,
Yeah.
is a whole new door of opportunity. And that's what First Shield Financial is about, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it's about the door of opportunity via the investments of notes.
Sure.
So,
You think about when most of us look at acquiring something, um, we think about, well, what's it going to cost? What are the payments? And how do I make those payments?
right,
Typically, you have the options you have. You can work overtime, get a part-time job, um, get a new job, or, go deep in debt and, put on a credit card or whatever.
right,
And those are the only options that most of us really think about.
right,
One of the things that I stumbled on, and the reason we're having this conversation, is that I remember the last vehicle I bought, the truck that I have now.
right,
I literally went to the dealer and I had just closed on a note. And that note paid me a specific amount per month. And I went to the dealer. I wasn't concerned about, let's negotiate the price and all this other kind of stuff. This is how much I can pay per month because I
okay,
have a borrower who's making me a monthly payment on the first of the month that I'm just going to pass right on over to the bank that's financing this vehicle.
right, right.
And that kind of worked out really well. It's sort of like, I got a car for free,
That's right. That's right.
you
That's right.
know, and people get in, it's a nice car
And,
or a
and
nice
and it's
truck.
something you don't have to worry about, right? You don't have to
No,
worry about in regard to, that was the whole reason I got into the whole, flip and fix, or fix and flip, and as well as keeping the property as so that I can rent it out, because that was monthly money that I can depend on. And I was beginning to match my own personal debt and obligations to
yeah,
the rental income that I was getting from, my tenants. And so
yeah,
it's the
yeah,
same kind of, mentality with the notes.
true. Yeah, you do this, and the wild part about it is that slowly but surely, all that pressure you have for living,
Right.
you know, my grocery bills, the light bill, the insurance payment, all of that stuff, you can have a note pay for that.
Right.
And yeah, life becomes very easy and very simple
Right.
at that point. Um, you're not worried about that next paycheck. You're not worried about um, any financial setbacks. You know, changing jobs, losing jobs, business company going away, all that other stuff, because your income has been diversified. You're
Diversify.
no longer depending on one source of income. You're depending on a number of sources of income. And as we always say, with a note, only three things can happen. They're either going to pay on time, they pay it off early, or they fail to pay. Well, if any of those happen, it doesn't really affect your lifestyle.
Because the
If they pay
note
it
is
off early,
satisfied.
you have extra money coming in to do something with, hopefully reinvest in your future. Um, if they fail to pay and you wind up having to take the house and sell it, you have money coming in that you can then go back and reinvest or do something with your lifestyle, however you feel comfortable. So I think it's a great idea, great strategy, great way to im- manage your lifestyle. Manage your
Yeah.
lifestyle in a less stressful way. And it's
Yeah.
worked for me. That's
Right.
why I gave that little example of, literally going in and the guy at the finance department didn't understand. It was
Right.
like, no, this is the number.
Right. So it didn't matter how much the truck cost. It was a matter of making the payment meet the match of the note that you were getting on a monthly
Yeah,
basis. So you're
yeah,
actually, you know, not thinking about the total cost. And, of course, within reason.
Yeah.
But it's really
Yeah.
about matching the payment to what your
Yeah.
investment is. And,
Yeah.
and you can do that going on especially when you're starting young, like a 25-year-old. I mean, your whole life can be created this way. Your whole lifestyle. You can
Yeah.
start out, for me, I had to, adjust and rearrange, but, starting out, I mean, it's sort of like the mindset. Oh, this is what I want. Let me still go see which note I can go get to help me get this is what I want, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so, or a
That.
couple of notes, right? To
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
combine payments.
Yeah. It's it's interesting that that note that we're closing on that we just bought the other day and we're closing
Yeah,
on. You think about it, you have a borrower that literally is going to pay one or the other of our mortgages. You know, that's that's kind of sweet.
and that's the thing about notes. I think I really want to get across. No two notes are the same,
Yeah,
and no two rewards from investing in a note are the same. Um, and that it's not complicated. It's not, once you understand the vehicle of the asset and how it works for you, it's not about, creating a whole platform all at once.
sure,
Um, it's something you can build on. It's something that you can just own one if you want to. Um, but it's the note investing industry is for every type of investor. From, you know, I just want a few notes to I want a whole portfolio of notes, right?
sure.
Which, we've also had some, good news this week, in regards to a whole group of people who are interested in buying notes. And
Yeah,
so, the word is getting out. People are beginning to understand. It's fantastic. It's exciting. More exciting. The young people are interested. Who knew?
yeah,
You
yeah.
know? Okay. This has been fun. And of course, what we talked about today is for education and information purposes only. But First Shield Financial does have a community that if you would like to learn more, please join us. We would love to speak with you. We also offer free consultation. Please visit our website, www.firstshieldfinancial.com. We also have a YouTube station. And we welcome, even any level of interest, even if you just want to begin to understand, right? Anything you want to add to that, Jerry?
Um, well, if you like what you've heard and you want to hear more, I guess you can click down below to the subscribe button
Oh, yeah,
and
please
continue to
subscribe.
hear other podcasts, other topics that we're going to be talking about, other folks that are going to be part of our network talking as well, so that you can learn more about what we do, learn more about notes, learn more about investing, learn more about increasing your ability to have financial freedom.
Indeed. Thank you, Jerry.
Thanks, Kim.